Alright, we're back with Disco Elysium. Alright. Let's go and take the lack of moolah. I just don't like how the system works in that. I've got a bit of a rant on it, but it's... I guess it's my fault as well. It is my fault in a way. And essentially, I've given myself cash through hacks. That's just editing the save files, because I'm sick and tired having to worry about cash in a game like this. I don't want to play as the what they call, what is it, the a penniless detective or something like that. I mean, you're a detective, you're working for an organization, surely you get a paycheck, right? Unless there's a storyline that completely missed a lore or something like that, which is quite possible. Or forgotten. They're probably forgotten. Like first ep, they probably froze his account or something, or he used up all his cash and he wouldn't get paid in the next month or something. Fine. But it's kind of hard to play worrying about cash. I don't want to have that hanging over me. So giving myself some money. I don't know if it's changed. It might have. We'll see. Because there was some updates recently. I don't know if that's messed up the save file because of me messing around with the saves. Nope. Still good. 500. Nice. Alright. Let's go pay what's his name for our fee for tonight, so we don't have to worry about it next time. God? Is that? Yeah, it's been a while. I haven't touched this in a month or something. About my bill for tonight. Here, 20 reals. Done. Don't have to think about this. This will not be hanging over my mind. Unless there's like some sort of weird thing in the game. Like if you get this amount of money, or if you keep paying this off, something else will happen. Good, you got the room for the night. But remember, you need another 20 real. Oh, don't you worry. I've got enough. Well, maybe I should give myself 1,000. Let's try not to be too greedy, eh? Door gonna mega mix. Yeah, our playback device is broken, so I had to buy one, which set us back heaps. No, can't do that. Can't do that yet. Call Alice back in a day for info armor's owner. Visit pound 28. Can't do that yet, right? I wonder if we can buy that now. We can buy a lot of stuff without cash. No badge. Wait. Oh yeah, you gotta do some special favors. Like be a spy or something. I'm trying to stay neutral. We're not supposed to... We're, you know, law enforcers. I'm trying to stay as neutral as I can. Can't do that. May take a while. Keep looking. Track down your gun, badge. Sing karaoke. Okay, we can do that one. The others are gonna have to wait till night time. There's a few things to do late at night. Oh wait, does she know anything about the tattoo?
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
No, no. Yeah, don't worry about it. Do you have anything to say?
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time?
Okay. This is a game where I save a billion times. Exaggeration. When was the last time I played this? Whoa. Yeah. A while. That's when I hacked it. Before Mega Mix Talk. Is it Mega Mix? One of those. Oh, I gotta do this as well, don't I? Dang it. Logic Authority, Electrochemistry. What was electrochemistry again? Physical instrument. Suggestion. Shivers. I've forgotten all this stuff. What was electrochemistry? Dang it. Oh, that's like drugs and stuff, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, drugs and stuff. So lock picking. Half light. What is half light? Threaten people. Minus. Yeah, well. Most of these are just terrible. Alright, let's do this.
The clowns are still hanging around. What is it now?
I'll tell you what is it now. So I talked to Clea? I cannot pronounce that about the tape. And nothing. She stands by what she said. I'll get back to you on that one. And nothing. That's that. He stares at his beer for 2 seconds intently, then turns to you. You're the worst cops in Revachol. I'll give you gold on that tape. That wasn't aimed at you. It was at her. Gold. It was just locker room talk. It's not evidence. It was dark stuff, but it didn't prove anything and it didn't change her mind. Yeah, it was bad honestly. I expected it to have more effect. I forgot exactly what happened. Oh, great. That's right. The guy that she was with was into pretty dark stuff, but it seems like she genuinely liked the guy. The guy was hung. Dang, I can't remember a lot of it. Dark is when you start a death rock band, he said. I think that guy was purposely saying to these lot to... That guy was making a sacrifice for a certain cause, perhaps. The guy who got hung. Maybe, yeah, he purposely did it to see what they would do. What is this thing? Oh, it's like a machine that tells the future, or a arcade machine. Sounds like he wanted to change your mind about Hangman. This is definitely personal. Maybe he's jealous. What did she have to say then? Fine by her. This is what people are supposed to be like. Whoop-de-doo. She did not say whoop-de-doo. It did not come as a surprise to her, as she definitely wasn't scared. Actually, I think it made her a little nostalgic. If anything, she seems turned on by the whole door gunning. Oh. As she said, she would like to be a little... Oh. I want to keep myself as dry and methodical, not methodical, as cold as possible. That's probably not the right word. I want to be compassionate and empathetic, sympathetic, or sympathetic. But I don't want to cross the line for something. I want to be a fairly dry detective, perhaps. Sometimes throwing in some weird lines just to throw people off, maybe. This is a bit tricky. I don't want to say that. I'll just be like that. I can confirm that. I see what you're doing there. Let's push him. Oh, okay. She didn't. Well, whoop-de-doo then. He's too angry to drink his beer. He just stares at it. Ah, what? Did not come as a surprise to her, as she definitely wasn't scared. Yes, in fact, the lieutenant looks at you, then at him. I think she thought it was a little funny. Funny? Titus mumbles, his lips barely moving. No good, psycho. Alright. He slams his giant fist on the door frame. Oh, righty then. I guess it's good then. That... Please try to control yourself in the presence of visitors, Titus. Her voice is a bit softer than earlier. Titus rubs his chin with his palm as if trying to grind it smooth. This is just perfect. If we're trying to like get a rise out of him, maybe we should have tried some of the other lines, but I did say I wanted to stay as a dry character, didn't I? I didn't want to push buttons. Any thoughts on this lawman? Okay, rational, that's what you're thinking, right? Also, your fists are itching for a bump. I think this is personal for you. I think you had feelings for her. You know what I think? That's a bit crazy. Maybe she isn't. I mean, this entire like suggestion is just mad, but it's done by physical instrument, right? Maybe she isn't who you thought she was. Maybe she's still in down, you know, like a defense mechanism. Destroy me, Titus. What really happened? Glenn explodes with indignation. Everyone's got feelings for each other. Where are you going with this? It's alright, Glenn. He rubs his temple. I thought anyone would come around if they heard that. Apparently I was wrong. Yeah, that was up. He smiles sympathetically. He wanted her to see the man for what he was. Now that you know, you might want to lay off this topic, or else you might antagonize him. I just got too worked up. Big man shakes his head. It's cool now. Okay. Getting some contradictory suggestions from Suggestion. And what was the other one? Corpse the Spirit? Something like that. Is she in denial? I can't tell. Let's just get on with it. I already told you he puts his giant face in his hands and sigh. Okay, he hung him. They hung him. There's less gusto in his voice now. His men too are growing increasingly silent. Come on, Titus, it's been a long day. I'm tired of running back and forth between you. I can see you're tired too. Why don't you just... You know what? He gets closer. I am tired. I'm tired of you and the upstairs. Oh, here the true colors are showing now. Next time you see her, tell Titus said off. He throws his beer can down. That lying, scamming, we're done. This is over, you understand? Your little investigation is over. Yeah. There is a silence in the room. Elaine starts saying something, then thinks best not to. On the floor, beer drips out of the can into a small puddle. No one does anything about it. What is this quiet funeral? What we need is some beers in us. He looks around. Bartender, 20 beers for the Dock Workers Union. Why don't we make it 40, huh? The man shouts from behind the counter. Why don't we make it 100 beers? You're not loud enough. Poor guy. 100 beers. Now we're talking. Glenn livens up. Hoppity hop over the cafeteria manager. Over here, cafeteria manager. Scan the room. Oh, we already know all this stuff. Plectrum. I'm not gonna read everything. 130 kg. Okay. 2020. Yeah, I think we've read all this already. $42. I'll leave that for now. Logic. What did I need for that conversation? Suggestion or something?
It's you again. What is it?
Rhetoric. Need rhetoric. I think I'll come back to that one later on. I'm gonna get some XPs going. Oh. Great. We have to do that. But what if we can't? That's mad. Is there a way of deleting it? Hang on. Yeah, don't mind me. I'm just gonna be deleting stuff right now. We're talking about Hardy. Rhetoric. Might as well level this one up.
It's you again. What is it?
Dang. Let's try that again. Yeah, that's the other thing I'm gonna do as well. I'm gonna keep reloading it.
It's you again. What is it?
What the heck? No. No.
It's you again. What is it?
Wow. Tell them how bad they got played and they'll tell you the truth. There are many ways to go about it, all of them really good. These are terrible options. Not so terrible, but...
It's you again. What is it?
Oh, what the heck, man. We'll never get through this. I know that you can redo that again, but it's going to be much harder. Is there something dragging down my rhetoric? Nope. Hang on. Maybe I can find something to improve it. We can go buy stuff now, yeah. Because I've got cash. Don't know why I'm like got my fingers on the keyboard, ready to do some combat, like an action RPG. Do you have anything to sell? Oh wait, you sell dodgy stuff, right?
Now
Supposedly.
it's turning into a kind of a snow limbo, man. What's on your mind?
Snow limbo, eh? Do you sell stuff? Narcotics. Can we actually do this? Do I feel right? I'm gonna have to bend the law here. Could I get one of those phone prac suits you're holding? We're pals and all, but I can't really hand out merchandise. The bosses won't be happy. So nothing illegal then. Right, not question. No. I know there is another person that sells stuff here. Oh no, we don't need that anymore. Because we got enough cash. Where's that other person? Oh, he's all the way downstairs, down south. Maybe we can talk to Kuno and buy those things from him. Oh, but I think he won't give it unless we've earned his respect or something like that.
You keep coming back. That's good, officer. Keep browsing those clothes. Keep saving that economy.
Oh. Great. What is this? Ugh. Great, just great. I mean, doesn't he sell speakers as well? Sneakers. Reaction speed, hand-eye coordination. That would have been useful when I was facing off that other dude. Was there something else? What's this?
The shine on those sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer. 100% guaranteed.
Ah, those are not that good either. I'm gonna buy some things.
Hello again.
Even
How
with
can I help you?
what? What's this? We can find out what he's on. 92%. Pyrrholidon. Whoa. I see. And this is where he tells us where the drugs are. Yes. Oh, I see. Oh. Primitive nuclear reactor. Yeah, that's I don't think that's dangerous. Of course, obviously. I guess they had no choice. They wanted to contribute somehow, but lack of safety precautions. I don't know. Terrible situation. I'm like stating the obvious here. The cleanup happened 15 years ago. I was young then. Later, my second aunt died, left me the shack and the assorted junk in it. So I came to Martinez. People told me don't go there. I said people, we just had a nuclear power meltdown. I'm gonna get as far from Fallborg as I can. Still in the same city, but he shrugs. Thank you for telling me. He shrugs. I like theory more than story. Outward movement, not vortices. Oh. Yeah, you gotta get it on those vortices, my man. Alright, I'm gonna ask him to share his drugs with me because I have no use for it. Go see Kuno. Oh, there he is. I thought he went away.
Fuck, does Kuno care?
42%. We're back down. That's why we got -1. Dang. Oh, he's not selling the pants anymore. We're gonna have to do that. pain. I just want to progress with all these RNG holding me back. What was the other one? Empathy. Oh, dang.
It's you again. What is it?
Oh, nice. Convince Titus he's been manipulated. You should know by now Titus Hardy will never falter. Can't save it. Okay. One of his boys will. That's it then. Case closed. Look around. We're going home, Kim. If only. That Angus, the powerful guy, Mr. Old Muscle. The time has come. Put him in the pressure cooker. Just remember, it's about more than Claire. It's about these men and Martinez, the district, their responsibility. Outside, in the midday sun, ruins. The pavement are cracked and the benches peeling. Newspaper blow in the wind. What the? Oh, there's nothing else we can select. Huh? The lieutenant raises his brow. He'll get it. Go on. Write it down, Kim. Oh, I see. Now I'm getting it. In Martinez, they just kill you because they don't like you. Got it. He takes out his notebook. Kill you because they don't like you. Or because they like killing. Yeah. Their responsibility. Because you work for the wrong people. Because they like killing. This is the Union Town. You work for the company who will kill you. Half the harbor works with the company. Dennis. Shanky Dennis? Work for the wrong company, Georgetown. And they execute you? You don't care? It wasn't that. It wasn't that. The fat man says with a wheeze. We didn't hit him, okay? That's it. That's the weak one. You flush him out. Now go in for the officer. You will be the next if you don't shut up. The old man reaches for his belt, but his voice is strangely calm. He's on to you. He knows what you're trying to do. Or what? You gonna kill me like you killed him? For no reason? Turn to Theo. What happens if I keep talking? You gonna kill me too? In this bar? For nothing? You're like holding a bag still. Look at Kim first. Should I be drastic? This is a tricky one, isn't it? Lieutenant has put down his notebook. His hand is resting on his holster. He gives you an imperceptible nod. What does that mean? Go for it. The lieutenant has his eyes set on the fat guy. Push Angus. We're almost there. We didn't kill him. We didn't even hang him. He was dead when he takes a breath, wheezing. Shut up, Angus. He was dead before you hanged him. Fatty, the little guy, hits Angus on the back of his head. A loud slap. Say one more thing to the cops and I'll... Dennis, Titus roars. Stand down or I'll beat your head in. Theo, he points to the old man. Take your hand off the belt. This isn't 31. I've got this under control. The room falls quiet. So quiet you can hear Angus wheeze. Well, I can still hear the background sound. Angie, where's your inhaler? You sound like you're dying. I left it home. I can't get it. I'm too... He grabs his chest. I'm sorry. Why are you so... Angus. Lizzie snaps at him. Now it's all pointless because of you. You wasted my time. I told you, Titus. He turns to him. I told you, just give her up. Lizzie turns to the fixer. Your help is no longer needed here. Go tell Everard. Ooh. Fine, I tell him. After a long walk along the coast, she walks off without looking back. What is that supposed to mean? What just happened between these two? You're in. It's all yours. Questions. So you didn't kill him. He was already dead. He nods. You hang the corpse to cover up the real cause of death. What was it? We're not sure. Probably a bullet. The wound was difficult to see. So there was a wound. You should try to look for it one more time before you send the body away. Why? Because the girls asked us to. They were in some... Okay. Girls plural. There's another girl? 2 of them? Take note of this. They'll probably say more about her later. Did she kill him? Cop, I had no idea. The girl says she didn't. He doesn't think she did, or at least he hopes she didn't. What happened Sunday night? Claire came down. He points to the stairs. She seemed really out of it, drugged up, even more than usual, bug-eyed, and gurning, you know. Not in a fun way. Looked like she redosed after something went down. I've seen that look before. She was scared. I knew someone had died. How did you know? I've done this job for 10 years. I've seen it before. It's the politician in the motel room with the dead hooker scenario, only in reverse. Good analogy, boss. The rat-faced man snickers. You don't get to talk yet, Shanky. He points at him. You're still on the bench, and you keep taking it easy too, Angus. He turns back to you. What happened then? Went upstairs. Sure as day, the merc was dead, and there was a bullet hole through the window. Stretch his chin. Dirty sheets and bottles everywhere. So an assassin? Or is it staged? He means yes. Tibbs patched the window and the corpse we hanged. Who's Tibbs? The 8th Hardy? Nah, he's my brother. He's in the window replacement business. If Clyde didn't kill him, why the cover-up? You may have noticed outgrowths in some of her own. I didn't notice anything. What kind of are we talking about? The can't show up on police radar kind? There are people after her from the old world where she came from. These people, who are they? They're powerful. He looks out the window, connected to the moral lantern. She's clearly afraid of her life. Says if she showed up in your system, she'll be ghosted away. That's all he knows. That's all she told him. Sorry, you can probably hear the helicopter outside. And why would you help someone like that? By taking on a murder? Why would I? He shrugs. I guess we abide all sorts of runaways and losers here. It's Martinez's thing. It's Martinez's thing. So who killed the mug? Any leads? Not yet. Just some ideas. She says the shot came from outside, behind the window somewhere. So that's a clue. So it's from one of the buildings, perhaps. What are you thinking? I'm thinking someone passed, caught up with them. Either hers or his. Hers, you mean? I mean the people after Clea. Maybe the shot missed. Maybe it was meant for her. I like that. The young guy nods. Been thinking about the same thing myself. You had ideas about his past too? I do. One of those mercenary buddies of his could have done it. They got guns, training, years of bad blood probably, or it could have been someone else from Crenel. He paused to think. Hey, out for space. Oh, okay. No worries. Alright. Hope you had a good nap. It's almost 6:30 here. Alright, lurk away. Thanks for hanging out. Tell you what I'll do. Check out the coast for vantage points. Maybe consult with the ballistic buddy of mine. That's what I'll do. If I wasn't too busy doing this clown dance with you. He's calm now, threw all the turmoil away and became himself again. Okay. Yeah, I had a nap too. Lasted like an hour or so. In the afternoon. And then did some chores when I got up. Yeah, I shouldn't have slept. I shouldn't have such a long nap. Now I don't think I'll be able to sleep properly at night. I'm working at home tomorrow. Whose idea was it to hang him anyways? Hers? In a manner of speaking? Oh. Remember the two girls? He may be talking about the other one. Earlier you said the girls asked you for help. Was this the other girl? That's right, he blinks. It was her idea to hang him. I like it. For political reasons, it sent a good message. It's hers, isn't it? The missing 8th Hardy. That's the other girl. The big guy turns to Glenn, who's about to say something. The blonde shuts his mouth before a word escapes. I'll say it again. Titus turns to you. All the Hardy boys are right here. Cop, that woman is just affiliated with the Hardy boys. You don't know her anyway. You know, it's okay for there to be a Hardy girl, Titus. Understood. Can you tell me anything about her? Name, current location? You're going to stonewall me if I ask more about her, aren't you? Glad you understand that. His face sets like concrete. He shakes his head solemnly. We're Hardy boys, and that's it. Sure, but can you tell me anything about this affiliate? Nope, he says. You're not getting to her. No. Some weird's going on here. Thank you for this, Titus. I'll talk to her for the last time. You do that. He grabs his beer and swirls it in his hand. Then thinks of something. Hey, cop, before you go, Suddenly, the wind picks up outside. You hear it rattling a large window in their frames. It carries newspapers, circles, the whirling in rags in a warm column. He looks up. Claire came to Martinez to hide. Many of us did. This is where you wash up when there's nothing left to go. The union takes you in. Now she refused that protection. But you would still prefer if we didn't take her away? That's right. If we didn't take care of people who end up here, this place would just be a couple ruins and some cargo containers. Well, we'll take that into account. Lieutenant slides his notebook into his coat pocket. He turns to leave. Alright. And that's that. That's that. About Clyde. How do you even spell a name now? Oh, I've got it right there. Now I'm gonna delete some save files because I've got 1 billion in one of them. Where is it? Okay, so what now? Confront Claudia? 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 I don't know. Put the bag back. It looked kind of ridiculous, a bag hanging in my hand like that. Hey, Suspense, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. How's things? I'm doing alright. It's almost dinner time for me. Had a bit of a nap. Look at him, he's freaking out. What the? Calm down, dude. They'll give you some space to move around. I'm doing alright, thank you. I'm walking. He's going through the bed. What the? I've got time off. Not time off. I'm working from home tomorrow, which is good. For 2 days only, unfortunately. My company can only do that, not like for the whole, I don't know, whole time this situation is going on. Yeah, I'm doing alright. Had a long nap, so that's good too. How's things? How's things on your side, Suspense? I don't know why there's a loading screen at that point. It doesn't make sense. Well, let's talk to her. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. Ah, good to hear, dude. Where have you been playing?
It's always good to see you.
She cracks a weary smile, leaning back against the railing. Yeah, getting through it one weird time. Yeah, I know what you mean. Weird times. Weird times we're living in. I guess that's the only way to do it. One bit at a time, eh? Something in her demeanor has changed. She's tired, consigned to her fate, to being here with you and what's to come. Whoa. Look her in the eyes. Oh, okay. Daylan. Kind of hooked. Oh, okay. That's good. It's a PC game, eh? That's something to chill out. Yeah, I haven't played this in ages. I think the last time I played it was like Feb. Could have been longer. I've decided to hack it because no, I've decided to hack the money because I can't stand how we make money in this game, which doesn't make sense to me. I was really frustrated that I have to worry about making money. This is not like your usual sort of RPG where you can go and fight monsters and get money. You go around opening up boxes and stuff like that. It doesn't make sense to me. You're a cop. You're meant to have some sort of money, right? You work for an organization. But there might have been a bit of a story. I don't know. I'm just speculating here. I could have missed it. Like, maybe his account got frozen, or maybe he's wasted all his money, but I don't think there was something like that at all. And you have to go around begging for money or picking up bits of junk and selling it for just minuscule amount of money. So I've decided to give myself some moolah, so I don't have to worry about that and just try to focus on the story instead. But you're right, I haven't played it in ages. I was a bit frustrated, and it does take a lot out of me playing this. Not because of the reading, but it's this constant... There's something dreary and... it's like an existential type of thing. It's weird. It is dreary as well. And because I've, had a bit of a draining day trying to get into this, I'm not absorbing the story properly. The Hardy Boys told us what really happened. I understand. She puts a coffee mug on the table. You don't look surprised. You were expecting this? You sent us on a runaround. You lied to us, miss. Chill. I'm the cool cop, remember? I knew there was a chance you get them to tell you. It's what you do. You're the police. And I've got reload. She winces. For what it's worth, I'm sorry for wasting your time. This is good. Clear the air first between you two, then move on to the question. Well, to the questions. Maybe she's manipulating us. Is it? Something is off here. That's right, Volition. Shush, I can't hear what she's saying, says Rhetoric, physical instrument. Let the miss speak. She's tall and thin and tired. A twig trying so hard not to break. Yeah, thanks a lot, physical instrument. If you knew we would find out eventually, why did you waste our time? Because of the Hardys. I couldn't just dispense with them. They were only trying to help me. She looks at her feet. Out of the I gotten into. That's not good enough reason. Cool himself up with this explanation. You're right, there's more. More? You answer to the coalition government, and by extension, the moral lantern. She reaches for the cigarette, for the new cigarette. Ah, so the moral lantern are the people, supposedly, that's after her. Briefly glancing over her shoulder into the sea, as she's done time and time again. A grand expanse of water reaches over the bay and to the horizon, golden grey in the noonlight. What lies beyond it? The Pale, the Mundi Isola, the Occident, and then Orangey, I don't know. The old world. Is that why you're looking over your shoulder? You're afraid of the moral lantern? So we might be a corrupt organization. The Elysium isn't the lapdog of the moral lantern. You don't have to worry. She nods. You share a database with them. You send people to their courts. She lights a cigarette. What's going on? What did you do? Just business, but bad business for some people in the Moral Linton. If I show up in your records, officer, they'll find me. They will. What happens if they do? They will kill me, sir. If you file my name, take me in for questioning, enter me into the Moral Linton mill. There's a wince and pain little smile. Well, then I'm for nothing. This murder didn't have anything to do with me. Actually, this murder did have a little to do with her. What did you do? What did you do to have these people after you? What happened here? Night he died. Why did you call the cops if you're hiding? What did you do to have these people after you? It's not nice, but it's not illegal. Not here in Ravachol or even Orinia. Orinia? What exactly did you do? Industrial espionage. I joined a business collective with the intention of betraying them. I did my job well enough to be asked to do it again. With a bigger company, the kind you really don't with. I took their ledgers, 2 decades worth of accounting. He taps on his notebook. I need the names of the companies involved and who hired you. The job was Lusdian County Savings Bank. They sound small, but they're part of a looks app conglomerate. That was the second job. The first was some printer company. You wouldn't know them. As who hired me for the job, I don't know, but they're after me too. Along with Lookscap and their friends in the MI, she breathes out heavily. Once you're done in the competitive intelligence circuit, you don't have allies. You're radioactive. Interesting. I'm sure there are people who have done much worse than that. Serves them right. When I'm king, this savings bank will be first against the wall. You're right. This is bad. You've destroyed what people have built. That's a lot of you've gotten yourself into. Sure, I'm not a war criminal, but it was bad. People lost their jobs. Good people too. Not just C-suite. She shakes her head at the thought. A lot of people got hurt, she concludes. But that's just more you shouldn't have to deal with. You're solving a murder. What happened here the night he died? We were there. She points to the window. The silhouette of the bed is visible. Together in bed, I mean. Tell me exactly what happened. Okay, she taps. Takes a deep breath. He was in a kneeling position. He had just entered me. I was on my back, looking at him. Heard the window behind me shatter, and I turned to look. There was a hole in the glass. Wow. I turned back to him. She breathes out. A moment's silence. His eyes were looking through me. His mouth was open, dumb. I could see. I could. Her chest rises, falls with each word. She keeps herself together and says it. I knew he was dead before he fell down on top of me. Then what happened? You don't have to continue if you don't want to. Do I want to be empathetic? We need to solve this crime. It was heavy. I pushed him off and he fell to the floor there. She points to the window. He only had his boots on. I bit the pillow, not to scream, then ran downstairs. There's a long pause. She just stands there, arms at her sides. Then she continues. I waited for the second shot to come for me. I thought there would be one. It never came. She's forgotten about a cigarette. The butt has burned right down to her fingernails. Are you sure you're not making this up? We're gonna need more details. Your cigarette, miss. Oh, she looks at it quickly, tosses the butt aside. I'm sorry this happened to you. Are you sure you're not making this up? Let's try to be empathetic. So am I. She immediately proceeds to light another one. What time was this? When did it happen? It would help us if you could be as precise as possible. That's it, Kim. Let's try to be as specific 11:30 to 12:15. I don't know the exact time. Around midnight. That's okay. He makes a note. Were you inebriated? Not as much as usual. He'd done a line plus other things. I was drinking. Wait, Titus said she was gurning her jaw off much more than usual. Doesn't matter. Better not to mention it. Shouldn't I? Shouldn't I mention it? It does matter. Something ain't right. Oh yeah, she tilts her head. I did one of his lines just to clear my head. You clear a head by taking drugs. Okay. Do you hear or see the shooter in the course of this? No. What did you do then? Nothing. I was trapped. I was stuck in my room downstairs. I got some clothes on and crawled back. Drew the blinds. Blood was coming from his mouth. Not a lot, just a little. It was still on the floor, slouch. I couldn't be there with him anymore, so I ran down and out of my room into the hallway down the stairs. I knew there would be people. I knew there would be people there. What? I knew there would be people there. Okay. What happened after you ran downstairs? When it happened, do you hear gunshots? Okay, what happened when you ran downstairs? Sylvie was tending the bar. She looks down. A lot of people were there. The Hardys were at the table in front of the stage. I think the union box was full. So Sylvie could be the other girl, that other woman that they were talking about. Interesting. And we haven't seen Sylvie yet, right? Ruby was there too. Or maybe it was Ruby. They were having such a good time, she pauses. I sat down and they all welcomed me. I didn't even have to say anything. Ruby knew something was wrong. So it could be Ruby. Ruby? Before we continue, who is Ruby? Ruby, you know, the leader. Wait, what? The leader of what? The Hardy Boys, she says as if it's self-evident. I thought Hardy was the leader of the Hardy Boys. Well, nominally, yes. Ruby's the one they go to when things happen, like things they need to take care of, need taken care of. She's the organizer. Okay, let's go on. What then? Well, Ruby said, let's talk upstairs. I showed her the room. I've known these people since December. They know my situation. That I can't leave a paper trail. Ruby was the first one I told. Oh, wow. Okay. She said she'd taken care of this. It's what she does, you know? Take care of things. I helped her get the body to the bathroom. We used the belt to pull him up under the shower to keep him upright. To produce lividity matching a hanging? Yes. We completely missed the tampering. Looks like you got there in time. Well, what was this? 20 minutes after death? Oops. What's with the whoop? Oops. What's with the oops? Is it because Kim reviewed something it should be? Or maybe our estimations were wrong when we looked at the crime scene. About 20 years, Ruby explained it would make the blood, you know, what it does. She looks at the ground, then raises the light brown eyes to beat yours. And what did you do? Ruby went outside to talk to Titus and the boys. I was just looking at Levy in the bathroom. I had to put his clothes back on, his armor too. It was tough, but I've seen him take it off and put it on many times. Someone did a moopsie, alright, yeah. It took Ruby maybe half an hour to come back with Titus. I got him ready by then. They carried him out. I knew what they were going to do, make it look like a hanging. Ruby said they would. What did you do when they were hanging him? Ruby said to wait here. She also said I wouldn't see her for a while, that we should lay low or something, so I did. This Ruby, where's this Ruby now? I don't know. I haven't seen her since. We will need to take this question to the Hardy Boys. Great, we're going back and forth. Interesting. Why did this Ruby go through so much trouble to hide something someone else did? Look into this later. Maybe Ruby had planned this all along. The shooter. Huh. What? When it happened, did you hear a gunshot? When he was shot, she thinks, I may have. I don't know. I couldn't hear anything over the glass exploding. Did you kill Lily? What? Is that a misspelling or is that someone else? Could the people after you have killed him? That's the first thing that went through my head when I heard the glass break. And I thought they found me. They killed me. They've killed him to punish me. All last week I've tried not to talk to anyone or be seen with anyone. She looks at the cigarette so they wouldn't be hurt. I've come to understand, however, this is paranoia. What happened didn't have anything to do with me. Either way, something to consider. We can't go after looks, Cap. Not yet. There are other, saner leads. I don't ask you to, Lieutenant. If there's one thing I know, it's that you get nothing from there. What's this? Should I ask that? What? She gathers her last vestiges of strength. Why would I put myself through this? Insanity? Get myself cornered like this? There's a silence. The wind picks up. He wouldn't have died if it weren't for me. I know that, but I would never hurt him. It could have been a desire murder. Maybe an act of jealousy? He was a serviceman. He must have had guns somewhere lying around, close to her hand. Now you guys only have theories pouring out, when they've obviously just stabs in the dark. Downstairs, people have this crazy idea that you killed him. It's great if you did it in self-defense. It's okay if you did it in self-defense. Is it? Should we say that? Just to see what she says? Should we just go, yeah, wasn't my theory, it's the people downstairs have got this idea. Well, how would she respond? Kinda hard to determine this one. I'm sad to hear that. They must have said it in some fit of frustration or under pressure. They couldn't have meant it. I've talked to them after it happened. No one has implicated me. It is about jealousy. I did not kill him to defend myself. She says, I told you before, that wasn't what happened. True, sir, 'tis true. Okay, I'd like you to answer some other questions, miss. Like what? She waits, brown eyes wandering over the floor over your face. Why did you call the cops? If you're hiding because I'm an idiot, the answer comes fast, which is an indicator of truth. Idiot, she's nothing of the sort. So you would have us believe, but you're not. I don't think so. Why did you do it? So you've got contradictory things between reaction speed and logic. I don't think she's an idiot. To do the type of job that she does, she has to have a certain level of, I don't know, skills and behavior. She'll be able to watch out at what she's trying to say or do. You have to understand, the people around here, no one was making the call and he kept rotting, and then they pick his clothes off and that little threw stones at him. Kept throwing stones at him for 3 days. I could hear the thud, thud. She shakes her head. So I called you. I hope with all my heart it's not the last thing I do in Revachol. Okay. It's an emotional reason, which makes sense. Because of all the things she's told us, all the things that we know, she does like him deeply. Right? And from what she's describing, it's really hurting her to experience that situation, so she's called the cops. On the other hand, she could be very cold and calculative. All this could have been just a big act. Very, you know, she could have planned this all out to get the cops involved, to try to divert. She knew that this was going to happen. So she's trying to divert us to think of something else. Could be, I don't know. She's definitely called the cops. That was the task complete. It could not hath been a lie. That is impossible. Well, perhaps. When was the window changed? Point to it. Last week, Angus and Titus's brother, I think he's called Tibbs, took care of it. She takes a drag. Well, that seems to have matched. You should have another look at the window after this. Reconstruct the scene right there. In her bedroom. Inside. Yes, you see the glass sparkling out the corner of your eye. I think we're done here for now. She nods silently. She doesn't even smoke. She picks up the cold coffee and holds it in her hands. The lieutenant glances at you, then at the door. He's thinking, are we done here? Or maybe you should take her to the station for safekeeping. She lied to you. She's got a flight risk. That's true. No, that won't be necessary. Just leave her alone. She's been here. She's been through enough. She doesn't need this police brutality. They could be insiders or, you know, certain... Well, I don't know what you would call them at the police station. They could take her life. Like, what you call it? A hidden member of the group trying to kill her? Maybe? I don't know. We could be manipulated and we had no idea. Multi-face. I'm beginning to doubt your judgment. Are you sure you're not sleeping on the post? You have to wake this one up with force if you don't continue pushing her. What? I'll continue pushing her. Let's return to this later. There's no way I can do any of these. Alright. Didn't really play for long. That was quite an extensive thing. Quite extensive. Hey, no problem, Suspense. Thank you for hanging out. Appreciate it. Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, I'm just gonna get ready for dinner. After talking... No. About... Oh, what do I do? Talked about Ruby and Bullet. Oh, and murder. Yeah, I'll do. Thank you. Have a good one, Suspense. Have a good Sunday morning. Yeah. Take care. I hope to be back later on we'll see. See what happens. Yeah, thanks, dude. I'll see you later. Thank you anyone that's lurking or watching this on the archives. Appreciate it. I hope you have a good day or night. Take care. Stay safe. And I'll see you next time. Bye.